Imagine this. You're standing in front of two doors. On the surface, both look the same. Same risks, same rewards, same uncertainty. But something inside you whispers, choose the left one. You don't know why, you can't explain it, but that quiet nudge feels true. Feels right. And later, you discover that one small instinct changed everything. We've all been there, the gut signal, the quiet nudge, the unexplainable sense that something is right or wrong. But what is intuition, really? Is it hidden intelligence? Is it superstition? Or is it something deeper? Something science hasn't fully understood yet? Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of intuition and gut feeling, and exploring whether it's truly inner wisdom, or just the mind playing tricks. Before we go deeper, if ideas like this fascinate you, make sure to like the video. It really helps this channel reach more curious minds like yours. Let's start simple. Intuition is when you just know something without knowing how you know it. It shows up in moments like feeling you shouldn't trust someone, deciding against a road you suddenly feel unsure about, choosing a job or partner because something in your chest says this is right. Science calls intuition fast, unconscious processing. Psychology describes it as System 1 thinking, quick, automatic, effortless. And it's powered by something amazing. Your brain silently analyzes every pattern you've ever seen. Every conversation, every failure, every danger, every success, all stored deep within you. When a similar situation appears, your brain fires off a quick signal, long before logic catches up. That signal is what we call a gut feeling. We've all felt it, that gut pull, that quiet nudge that seems to come from nowhere. And what's interesting is, this isn't the only strange thing our mind does. A few weeks ago, we made a full video about déjà vu, those moments when your mind feels one step ahead of reality. If you haven't watched it yet, make sure you check out after this one. Because intuition and déjà vu might be closer than we think. But intuition isn't just in your mind, it's also in your body. Your gut is covered in over 500 million neurons, sometimes called your second brain. It talks to your real brain through the vagus nerve, sending signals about emotions, stress, and safety. Scientists call this interoception, your brain's ability to sense your internal world. And then there's the somatic marker hypothesis by neuroscientist Antonio Damasio. He discovered that your body stores memories as feelings, that twist in your stomach when something is wrong, that warmth in your chest when something is right. Those are somatic markers, emotional body signals guiding your decisions. A famous experiment proves this. In the Iowa gambling task, people started choosing the good deck and avoiding the bad deck before they could explain why. Their bodies knew the answer first. This means intuition isn't magic. It's your body and brain working together quietly in the background. Intuition isn't new. It's ancient. In Greece, Plato believed intuition tapped into eternal truth. Buddhists speak of prajna, inner wisdom beyond reasoning. Sufi mystics talk about the qalb, the heart-mind that perceives truth directly. In psychology, William James described the fringe of consciousness, the blurry edge where intuition whispers before thought appears. Carl Jung treated intuition as a core function of the psyche, the ability to see patterns and possibilities before they take form. And in modern science, neuroscientists see it as pattern recognition, unconscious learning, emotional memory, the body-brain communication. Intuition is ancient, emotional, cognitive, and biological, all at once. Studies show intuition works best when You have deep experience in a domain. You've received years of feedback. You're relaxed, not stressed. The environment is stable and predictable. That's why expert firefighters can sense a floor is about to collapse, why a doctor suddenly feels something is wrong with a patient, why a chess master knows the right move instantly. But intuition can also mislead when emotions override clarity. Fear or desire hijack the gut. Biases guide perception. The environment is chaotic or unfamiliar. Some intuitive truths are actually stereotypes, overconfidence, wishful thinking. So the big question is, how do we know which voice inside us is real and which one is just noise? And that's where I want to bring in Geo. Geo, from your perspective, intuition isn't just biology, right? There's something more human, more mysterious behind it.
Exactly. Science explains how intuition works, but not why. It sometimes feels like it's coming from somewhere beyond us.
All right then, take it from here.
Let's step beyond neurons and signals for a moment. Intuition is also the language of the soul, the heart, the higher self. Whatever word you connect to, every culture on earth has a version of it. Buddhists call it inner knowing. Mystics call it guidance. Indigenous traditions call it the voice of the spirit. Some people describe intuition as a pull, not a thought, a quiet direction, a sense of alignment, like your whole body is pointing toward one choice. And here's the strange part. Sometimes intuition knows things logic can't. You dream about a place, and weeks later, you walk into the exact scene. You meet someone and instantly feel a connection you can't explain. You avoid a situation for no reason and later realize why. Is it superstition? Maybe. But the feeling is real, and it changes lives. Today, intuition is everywhere. In business, creativity, relationships, healing. Entrepreneurs talk about gut decisions that change their destiny. Artists rely on intuitive sparks, ideas that appear out of nowhere. Doctors describe a sudden sense that something isn't right, even before tests show it. A friend once told me he turned down a job that looked perfect on paper because something felt off. Months later, the company collapsed. He laughed and said, "I didn't know why I said no, but I'm glad I listened." Intuition isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper, but if you pay attention, it can protect you, guide you, and open doors you didn't even know existed. Here's the truth. Intuition is powerful, but not perfect. It's wise, but not always right. It's ancient, but easily confused with fear. The key isn't to worship intuition, and it's not to ignore it either. It's to partner with it. Feel first, then think. Let intuition raise the flag, and let logic check the map. When they work together, you become unstoppable. So tell me, what if intuition is not magic and not superstition, but a forgotten form of intelligence? A quiet compass inside you, shaped by memory, emotion, and maybe something beyond the physical. A signal from the oldest part of you, the part that pays attention even when you're not. Maybe the real question isn't whether intuition is real, but whether we've learned to listen to it wisely. Pause. Because sometimes your gut knows the truth long before your mind catches up. Have you ever followed a gut feeling that changed everything? Tell me your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Because sometimes one person's intuition is exactly what someone else needs to hear.